The world has been buzzing with anticipation, and now, at last, the wait is over. Rihanna, the icon who has redefined music, fashion, and motherhood, has welcomed her third child into the world. But this time, it's a little different. This time, it's a baby girl. And when the first hospital photo surfaced, the internet did what it does best. It exploded. But behind that single image lies a story of emotions, secrecy, and a delivery room moment that has already become part of pop culture legend. Tonight, we're diving deep into every detail of Rihanna and A AP Rocky's newest family edition. It wasn't just any hospital where this history unfolded. Insiders confirm that Rihanna chose a private, luxury maternity suite in Los Angeles, a place where A-list celebrities are treated with the utmost discretion. The atmosphere was hushed, but charged with anticipation. The walls lined with soft beige tones, the air filled with the faint hum of medical equipment. Everything prepared for the arrival of the baby girl destined to be born into fame. And yet, for Rihanna and Rocky, this wasn't about the world watching. It was about the quiet miracle of hearing their daughters cry for the very first time. And let's talk about Rocky for a second. Witnesses say he never left Rihanna's side. Not for a moment. He held her hand through every contraction, whispered encouragements that only she could hear, and stood tall even when the weight of emotions threatened to break him. At one point, sources say, he was seen wiping away tears, muttering, "We made it." This wasn't just the birth of a child. It was the strengthening of a bond, a partnership that fans have admired for years but perhaps never fully understood until now. But here's where the story takes its first twist. Rihanna had planned to keep this delivery completely under wraps. She wanted privacy, time, and space to absorb the moment without the glare of cameras. For days, there was radio silence, no posts, no leaks, just an uncharacteristic quiet from one of the most photographed women in the world. And then, it happened. A single hospital photo emerged, spreading like wildfire across social media. The world saw Rihanna, glowing in a post-birth embrace, cradling her newborn daughter against her chest. Her eyes closed, her lips curved in the faintest smile, and Rocky's arm protectively around them both. It was raw. It was real. It was Rihanna like we've never seen her before. The question on everyone's lips, though, is, how did that photo get out? Sources whisper about a nurse snapping the moment. Others hint at a close family friend eager to share their joy. What's certain is this. Rihanna's team moved fast, controlling the narrative, framing the photo not as an invasion, but as a gift, a glimpse into her world that fans will treasure forever. In a world where celebrity births are often hidden for months, Rihanna allowed a rare peek, and it felt like history. Fans immediately flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. "She's here," trended worldwide. Hashtags like "Near Rihanna Baby Girl" and "Welcome Princess Riri" soared into millions of mentions within hours. Memes, reaction videos, and heartfelt tributes spread like wildfire. One fan wrote, "The world just got brighter," while another declared, "If fashion has a future, it's because Rihanna just gave birth to it." The reactions weren't just about celebrity gossip. They were about the sheer emotional weight of seeing Rihanna, the superstar who has given so much to the world, finally receiving something so pure in return. And what about the name? That's the cliffhanger fans are already obsessed with. While Rihanna and Rocky haven't confirmed anything, insiders say the couple has been torn between honoring Rihanna's Caribbean roots and Rocky's Harlem heritage. Some speculate names inspired by music, others suggest something symbolic, tied to strength and beauty. Whatever the choice, you can bet the reveal will be as headline-worthy as the first photo. Because let's be honest, this isn't just a baby. This is Rihanna's daughter, and every detail matters. Of course, we can't ignore the symbolism of this moment. Rihanna has given birth to 2 sons before, redefining maternity fashion and motherhood in the process. But now, with a daughter in her arms, fans are imagining a future where Rihanna passes down not just her empire, but her spirit, her defiance, her creativity, her unapologetic presence. The idea of a mini Rihanna walking the earth is more than exciting. It's revolutionary. And while the fans are buzzing, the family dynamic itself is also shifting. Those close to the couple say Rocky has been dreaming of a daughter for years. To finally see that dream realized left him speechless. One insider said, "He looked at her like she was his whole world, like nothing else mattered." This isn't just fatherhood, it's devotion, plain and simple. And Rihanna? She's said to be glowing, her strength carrying her through delivery now transforming into a radiant calm. The first hospital photo may have set the internet on fire, but the story behind that moment runs even deeper. Insiders who were present during the birth describe an atmosphere unlike anything they had ever seen before. The delivery suite wasn't just a room, it was transformed into a sanctuary. Soft music played in the background, a playlist curated by Rihanna herself, filled with Caribbean lullabies and soulful tracks that reflected her journey. The lights were dimmed, scented candles were lit, and the walls were adorned with photos of her family. It was as if Rihanna had designed her own stage, not for a concert, but for the most important debut of all, her daughter's first breath. But even in this peaceful setting, the tension was palpable. As the hours passed and contractions intensified, Rocky's support became more crucial than ever. Witnesses recall him massaging her shoulders, whispering jokes to keep her spirits up, and even pacing the room like a man waiting for the most important curtain call of his life. At one point, Rihanna reportedly told him, "You're my calm," and he responded, "You're my everything." These small, intimate exchanges paint a picture of a couple deeply bonded, not just by fame, but by love and family. And then, the moment. The delivery was swift but powerful. The room fell silent as the baby's cry filled the air. Doctors announced, "It's a girl," and for a few seconds, time seemed to stop. Rihanna's tears flowed freely, Rocky's hands trembled, and even the medical staff admitted they were caught up in the emotion of it all. One nurse later said, "It was like watching history. You knew this baby was going to change everything. And in a way, she already has." Of course, the arrival of Rihanna's daughter wasn't just a family milestone, it was a cultural event. Within hours of the announcement, media outlets from Los Angeles to London were scrambling to cover the story. Headlines screamed, "Rihanna's baby girl is here." Entertainment networks ran breaking news segments, and fans around the world gathered online for live discussions. It wasn't just celebrity gossip, it was a global celebration. And the first hospital photo? It became the fastest image to hit millions of likes across multiple platforms, rivaling the most viral celebrity baby reveals of all time. But here's the twist. While fans celebrated, Rihanna's inner circle was scrambling. The photo leak, though beautiful, wasn't part of the plan. Sources close to the star say she had a carefully prepared rollout in mind, something that would honor her daughter's privacy while still giving the world a piece of the joy. When the photo surfaced prematurely, the team had to act fast, reframing the narrative, and leave it to Rihanna to turn what could have been a PR nightmare into a triumph. With a few calculated moves, the leaked picture became a symbol of authenticity, proof that even superstars have moments too pure to stay hidden. The fascination with the baby girl didn't end there. Fans began dissecting every detail of the photo. The blanket wrapped around the newborn. Was it custom Fenty fabric? The jewelry on Rihanna's wrist. Was it a hint at the baby's name? Even the hospital bracelet became an object of intrigue, with zoomed-in screenshots circulating online. It was like decoding a message from the Queen herself, and fans reveled in the challenge. And speaking of the name, the speculation only grew louder. Online forums lit up with theories. Some believed Rihanna would honor her Caribbean roots with a name tied to the islands. Others thought Rocky might push for something bold, inspired by Harlem culture and hip-hop history. A few fans even joked about the baby being named Diamond, a nod to Rihanna's iconic hit. While no official announcement has been made, the guessing game has only added to the fever pitch of excitement. Meanwhile, Rihanna's family back in Barbados has reportedly been celebrating in full swing. Relatives were seen gathering at her childhood home, blasting music, cooking traditional dishes, and raising glasses in her honor. For them, this wasn't just about a global superstar. It was about their Robin, their daughter, cousin, niece, who has once again brought life and joy into the world. The pride radiating from Barbados is as much a part of this story as the Los Angeles hospital walls. And what about Rihanna's two sons? Reports suggest they've already met their baby sister, and the encounter was nothing short of magical. Witnesses say the boys were curious, protective, and surprisingly gentle. One insider said the eldest leaned over and kissed his sister's forehead, declaring, "That's my baby." The image of Rihanna's children bonding is one that fans can only dream of, but those close to the family swear it was a scene straight out of a movie. The birth of Rihanna's daughter didn't just shake the internet. It sent shockwaves through Hollywood itself. Within hours of the news breaking, the A-list elite began pouring in their congratulations. Beyoncé reportedly sent a private gift basket filled with rare baby essentials, each embroidered with gold thread initials. Kim Kardashian, never one to miss a cultural moment, shared a heartfelt post about the strength of mothers who inspire generations. Even Adele, who has often expressed her admiration for Rihanna, allegedly FaceTimed her directly, tearing up as she congratulated the couple. It wasn't just a celebrity birth. It was a moment that united some of the biggest names in entertainment under one banner of love. But while the love was pouring in, the paparazzi were swarming. Outside the hospital, a frenzy of flashing cameras and shouting voices painted a very different picture. Photographers camped out for days, desperate for the first glimpse of Rihanna leaving with her newborn. Security was tightened to unprecedented levels, with multiple decoy vehicles arranged to mislead the press. Sources say Rihanna was wheeled out of a private exit, Rocky at her side, shielding the baby with a soft pink blanket. That fleeting glimpse, no more than a few seconds, was enough to spark another internet meltdown. And then came the tabloids. Covers splashed across newsstands. Rihanna's baby joy. The Princess of Pop arrives. But not all coverage was flattering. Some outlets criticized the photo leak, questioning whether Rihanna had truly approved it. Others speculated about tensions within her inner circle, suggesting someone close to her betrayed her trust. While unverified, these rumors added fuel to the already roaring fire. But here's the thing about Rihanna. She thrives on turning chaos into power. By remaining calm and silent, she allowed the noise to amplify, only to eventually step forward and reclaim the story on her own terms. Meanwhile, fans weren't just watching, they were mobilizing. Across social media, digital baby showers erupted. Fans posted edited images of designer baby outfits, mocked-up magazine covers featuring Rihanna's daughter, and even composed lullabies dedicated to the newborn. One viral TikTok showed a fan saying, "We're all her aunties now," a sentiment echoed across platforms. It wasn't just fandom. It was a community celebrating the arrival of someone they already considered family. But perhaps the most intriguing part of this story is how seamlessly it ties into Rihanna's empire. Within days of the baby's birth, Savage X Fenty and Fenty Beauty quietly released limited edition products themed around new beginnings, a candle collection named First Light, a baby pink gloss called Princess Glow. Subtle but unmistakable nods to Rihanna's new chapter. Was this planned? Coincidence? Or was Rihanna once again proving that her personal life and business are woven together like threads in the same golden fabric? Whatever the case, the products sold out instantly, proving that the world isn't just celebrating her motherhood, they're buying into it. The hospital photo also raised questions about Rihanna's stance on privacy. After all, this is a woman who has fiercely guarded her children's identities, releasing only carefully curated glimpses when she felt the time was right. Why share now? Why share this? Some insiders suggest that Rihanna saw the photo as an opportunity to control the narrative early on, ensuring her daughter's first impression wasn't in the hands of paparazzi, but in the hands of love. Others argue that the leak forced her hand. Either way, the result was the same. Fans felt closer to her than ever, as if invited into the sacred circle of her family. And then there's Rocky. The image of him in that hospital photo, eyes soft, arms steady, presence protective, has elevated his public image to new heights. Once known for his edgy style and rap bravado, Rocky is now being hailed as the dad of the decade. Headlines described him as Rihanna's rock, the father who stood by her side through every moment of labor and beyond. The internet, of course, ran with it. Memes showed him as a superhero dad, while fan edits declared him Father A AP. It's a transformation that has not only endeared him to fans, but cemented the couple's reputation as one of Hollywood's most unshakable power duos. Yet beneath the celebration, there lingers a question. What does this mean for Rihanna's future? She has built empires, broken records, and changed industries. Now, with a daughter in her arms, will she step back from the spotlight? Or will this child inspire her to rise even higher? Already, whispers suggest that Rihanna's creative juices are flowing, fueled by the emotions of motherhood. Some insiders say she's been scribbling lyrics in between feedings, hinting that her long-awaited return to music could be shaped by this very chapter. Imagine a Rihanna album inspired by the strength, vulnerability, and beauty of becoming a mother to a daughter. What fan wouldn't want that? But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's circle back to the heart of this story: the hospital photo. One single image, blurry in places, intimate in others, has shifted global conversation. Fans aren't talking about charts or business moves. They're talking about love. The love between a mother and her child. The love between Rihanna and Rocky. The love of a family growing in real time before our eyes. And in a world often saturated with scandal and negativity, this baby girl's arrival feels like a collective breath of fresh air. And make no mistake, this isn't just the start of Rihanna's daughter's journey. It's the beginning of a cultural moment. One that will ripple through fashion, music, and pop culture for years to come. Because if history has taught us anything, it's that when Rihanna makes a move, the world follows. And this